All righty, I want to welcome everybody to the 12 steps to launching your business. In the 12 steps, we're going to teach you how to go from zero to $1,500 to $2,500 per month. We're going to lay out a step-by-step plan where everybody can, simple activity everybody can do. And so I kind of want to jump right into this. I know that we've had so many people join the company. The company just announced 2 nights ago that we've had over 4,000 people come on board in the last 3 weeks. I mean, right now, everyone's looking for a way to make money from home. Everyone has been, pent up, quarantined. People are dying to get out there and travel and do things again. So it's just made our sales, our business explode. And so I want to walk you guys through the simple steps of getting started here, and they're basic steps. This is the baby steps, if you will, but they're important steps. Like step 1, you got to get your ID number, right? And you want to save it in a convenient place to look up. I mean, every time you contact customer service, every time you go to a replicated website, every time you try to log in, what's your ID number? And it can be extremely frustrating if you don't, have that information readily at hand. It was emailed to you, so make sure you get a copy of that. Your sponsor can look it up for you as well. All they can do is go to their back office, but you want to have that written down, maybe saved inside your mobile phone, maybe saved inside notes, maybe you took a picture of it, but have it in a few places where it's readily available. Number 2, you want to get your replicated site, and you have really one site that goes to the same place. Some people use P2S travel.com. Some people use paid2save.com. Both go to the exact same place. So whether you do P2S or paid to save, either one, okay, if you go to paid2save.com / whatever you named your business, or you can go paid2save.com / your ID number. The same is true with P2S Travel. You can go P2Stravel.com, whatever you named your business, or P2Stravel.com / your ID number. That's going to take you to your replicated site. Again, as you have so many people coming on board so fast, these are simple things, but if they don't know that, then they're frustrated. They don't know what to do. By the way, you also have a replicated hotel site. Same thing here, hotelsite.com / your ID number or whatever you happen to name your business. Next, you want to log into the back office. You can click on the partner login at the top of the screen. It can work from mobile or your laptop. And then obviously enter your username, your ID number and your password. But again, small step, but people need to know how to log in. Next, when you get in the back office, you can't break anything. So by all means, click around, click all the buttons, familiarize yourself with the back office. Just explore. That way you know where things are. Familiarize yourself with what's back there. But in particular, you want to go to the latest news section. You'll see a menu on the far left-hand side. Simply click on latest news. That'll give you all the updates, any promotions the company's running, and that'll keep you well informed. Next, you want to go to Facebook, and you want to join the Paid to Save fan club. Again, all kinds of promotions are announced in there, rank advancements. The CEO and founder, Mr. David Hart, does Facebook Lives inside that particular group. You want to make sure you join that particular group. Next, you want to know how to contact the corporate office. And so you can see out here on the screen, the 800 number you can use, or the email address you can use, or at the bottom of everybody's screen. If you go to your back office, at the bottom of the screen, just like you see right there, you see that little blue thing at the very bottom? If you contact that right there, push on that little blue button. In fact, I'll push on mine. That'll take you, hey, do you want customer support? Do you want that in English, Spanish, or French, right? And so just click on that little blue button, and you can actually then have a chat communication. So it doesn't matter if you're in Australia, the United Kingdom, if you're in France, Belgium, Mauritius Island, any part of the world, our home office is there ready to serve every single one of you, but letting people know how to contact the home office critical. Step 8, you want to familiarize yourself with 2 of the main tools that are out there. And of course, so we have our 5-minute dream vacation video. I have the address up right there on the screen. We also have our webinar. Now on the webinar, you can go to p2stravel.com / launch. I personally use paid2savehangout.com. So if you go to the launch, it's got like the launch steps and things like that. It's got the compensation plan that can be downloaded. I'm one of those people, I kind of tend to favor having one thing only. I don't want people kind of, clicking around and looking at this or looking at that. I want them to do one thing only, watch the webinar. And so I tend to have people go to paid2savehangout.com. Again, paid2savehangout.com. But at the launch page, by the way, you're going to see the very document I'm going through, the 12 steps that I'm outlining right now. You actually get a copy of that. You can also get the worksheet that goes with it. This is in the back office and on the launch page, both. Step 9, you want to get the names and the numbers of the people who are going to be part of your support team. And so there's people above you who have a financial interest in your success. They have an interest in helping you go all the way to the very top of our compensation plan. And so you want to find out who those people are. Who is my upline 2-star director? What's their name? What's their email? What's their phone number? WhatsApp number? I mean, how do I get a hold of them, right? Well, who's my upline 3-star? Who's my upline 4-star? Who's my upline ambassador? Who's my upline 1-star ambassador, right? All the way up the line. And so you just want to make sure that you have the names, the numbers, or, WhatsApp contact info or Instagram contact info, email addresses of the people who have a vested interest in helping you succeed. And you want to call them up and introduce yourself. You're going to learn that one of the secrets to our business is what we call third-party credibility. You cannot be a prophet in your own land that comes straight out of the Bible. You're going to find out that here, that one of the secrets to really building a massive team is having the people that you're talking to talk to lots of other people. Now, this is not a business where you want to do a lot of telling and selling. In fact, quite the opposite. This is not a business where you want to have the answers. Again, quite the opposite. This is a business that anytime somebody asks you a question, you say, hey, great question. Do you have a moment? I want to introduce you to Bob, Sally, Mary, Jane, Karen, anybody other than yourself. Okay. I mean, if the waiter comes by here, tell them about my company. I mean, again, anybody other than you. And so you want to have those names and numbers of people who have success. They've made money. They've gone on the trips. They're driving the free cars, things of that nature. It's going to improve your chances. Number 10, you got to know your why. I don't care what business you're in. Any business, there's going to be up days. There's going to be down days. You could own a McDonald's, okay? And there's going to be up days and there's going to be down days. And if you own a McDonald's, the fact that you had to put up $1 million to $2 million of your own money, that gets you through the down days. I don't care if somebody walks in today and says, my gosh, your hamburgers are horrible. Yeah, you got $1 million to $2 million on the line. You're going to keep, doing the do. You're going to keep showing up. You're going to keep, doing the things that you need to do to become successful, because the money is going to keep you committed. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, you have our business, a business where you can make more money than owning a McDonald's, a business that gives you more freedom than owning a McDonald's, a business that lets you travel the world. And without all of the overhead, without the employees, and you can get started for peanuts. You can get started for $100, $200, right? And so here, it's a way better business. Here, more people have a chance to participate because it doesn't cost $1 million to $2 million, right? It only costs 100 to 200. And so more people can realize the dream of having a financial enterprise that's paying them incredible money. However, on the down days, it's easy to quit because you don't have so much money holding you to hold the course. And so, over there, the great news is that you have $1 million to $2 million of your own money is going to keep you on course. The bad news is you got to put up $1 million to $2 million. Over here, the good news is it doesn't take much money to get started. The bad news is it's easy to quit. It's easy to walk away on the down days because it's not much money invested. And so here you have to have the why. That's what's going to help you hold the course on your down day. Make no mistake about it. Everybody has down days. I mean, there's this roller coaster, kind of an emotional roller coaster everybody goes through. Nobody is exempt. And so again, you want to know that why, and you want to know the why of everybody on your team. And when I say the why, it can't be like, well, I want to make more money. That's not the why. Why do you want to make more money? You have to kind of drill down to get to the real why. And when you get to the real why, often it's going to be a why that makes you cry. And I'll give you a hypothetical. Let's assume you ask somebody, hey, why are you doing the business? Well, man, I want to get a brand new car. Well, why do you want a new car? I want a new car. Yeah, but why do you want a new car? I like nice cars. Well, why do you like nice cars, right? You're trying to drill down. And sometimes when you really get to the real reason, it might sound something like this. You know why? You know why I want that Mercedes? Because my whole life, I've been told I'll never amount to anything, and I just can't wait to see the looks on their faces when I pull up in it. That's why. Okay, now I got the reason. And now that I got the reason, and again, it might be your kids. It might be that you want to build an orphanage. I mean, it could be altruistic. I mean, there's a reason. There's a why that makes you cry. And it's that why you need to know it for yourself, and you need to know it for everyone on your team. You need to give that why to your sponsor. You need to give that why to the upline people. Remember all those 2 stars, 3 stars, and ambassadors? they should know your why. You want them to help hold you accountable. Everybody needs a coach. Even Michael Phelps won all those gold medals swimming. He had a coach. The guy's the best in the world, and he still got a coach. You know, hey, Michael, you're a little bit out of form here. You're not quite doing this right. Hey, Michael, a little more effort today. Hey, Michael, you're off course a little bit. Hey, we all need a coach, present company included. And so you want people to help hold you accountable. You want people to help push you through on those down days. And it's all about knowing your why, knowing the why of the people on your team, and making sure the people above you can help hold you accountable, to remind you that, hey, are you really going to give them on this incredible dream? Because some bonehead, some knucklehead that can barely pay his bills said, you know, who knows what, right? I mean, again, you can kind of get a smile on your face. You know what? You're right. I'm not going to, forget about that. Let's move on. And then boom, next thing you know, you got someone big that's coming in the business and they're excited, they're fired up, and you're right back on top of your game again. So again, very, very important step. Seems small, but it's huge. Next, you got to make a list of people. Now, I wrote step 11, make a list of 30 people. And the reason I said 30 is I don't want people to get so enthralled that I got to make a list that I can't get started till I make said list. No, we want to start right now. We want to text 5 people today. We want to text 5 people, whether it be on Facebook Messenger, sending text messages. We want to get into action right now. And if you are the sponsor, you want to leave with that list of 30. If you want to give a list of that 30 to your sponsor right away. You want to eventually make a list of everybody, which starts within your mobile phone. I mean, if you open up your mobile phone and you go to contacts, I'm opening up mine, right? And I'm going to contacts, and I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom of my contacts, right? And so here you are, and obviously, I'm in the business of trying to meet people. And as you can tell, I'm just going through my list, and you can tell there's a few numbers in this. And I comb this list all the time. Who have I not talked to? Who have I not wished Christmas to? Who have I not wished birthdays to, right? And I eventually get to the bottom and it says, wow, I didn't even know that. 13,523 contacts. Now, that's a little bit extreme, right? But I mean, everyone's got a list of contacts. And so this is where you start, is right here. And this should be your major list, okay? And so your list can never be less than 200-300 people, or you're just not really serious about making a list. And understand that the list is everything. In traditional business, it's about capital. Capital is what drives the business. But in our business, we don't need capital. It's only $100-200 to get started. Here, it's people that drive the business. People are the capital. And here's the great thing. There's lots of people. The last time I checked, there's no decline in the birth rate. Okay, there's more and more people every day and every year. No lack of people out there. No lack of getting your hands on some names of people to call. And we're going to cover that. In this training, we're going to talk about how to find people, how to meet people, how to discover people. We're going to go through all of that again. I want to keep moving here. Next, we want to help you get your 4. When you get to 4, you're now in profitability. When you get to 4, you're earning more than you're spending. When you get to 4, you're now enjoying virtually free vacations. Now, who wants to go on free vacations? Again, there's 3 things our company does extremely well. 1, people buy our membership because they're going to save huge on travel. 2, we show people how to earn free travel. And 3, you can actually get paid to travel with our partnership program. And so again, when you bring on 4, now for some of you only got to bring on 3. But with the 1 membership, the basic, it takes 4. So we talk in terms of 4, that way we encompass everybody. And so when you get 4, at that moment, we know you're in profitability. At that moment, you're earning more than you're spending, right? And you're enjoying free vacations. And by the way, if we never went any further than that, if that's all we ever did as a company was show, the globe, who loves to travel, largest industry in the world for a reason. Everybody loves to do it. I mean, when I say everybody, virtually everybody. I mean, number 1 search word on the internet, largest industry in the world, number 1 shared dream in the world, walk around any office, what's on the screensavers. People love to travel. And when you can show people how to do it for less, when you can show people how to do it for free, when you can show people how to get paid to do it, I mean, hey, that's an attention grabber. And if all we ever did was show people how to get it for free, pretend that that's it, stopped right there. Hey, bring on 3 or 4 and you're enjoying free vacations. I mean, that all by itself would be massive, okay? So how do we get those 4? Well, we're going to teach you a method called Peak, Pass, Plug. And these are the core tenets, the core skills of what it takes to build our industry. Now, if you've ever met people that said, man, this is the easiest thing I've ever done in my life, it's because they understood how to peak, pass, plug. If you've ever met people that joined a direct selling company, like, man, why, man, I'm struggling here. That's maybe because we haven't really learned how to peak, pass, plug. And so these are core skills that you want to learn. Now, when I say peak, that means you're going to ask a question that, is going to kind of get them to say, hey, I'm a prospect or not a prospect. Now, we want to do this stuff quickly. Tell me yes, tell me no, tell me quick, I got to go, right? So we want to ask a peak question to find out, hey, are you somebody that's really open to what I'm doing? Is maybe now not the right time? And that's always the key. You get out there, you're going to find out that you can ask 100 people, hey, would you like to make some extra money? And out of 100, you'll have 90 something say, yeah, man, I need to make some extra money. And you can say, hey, there's a free webinar tonight with a billionaire. Got to teach you how to make some extra money. Can you be on it? Well, I got a lot going on. The rerun of Housewives. It's like suddenly you're like, okay, how serious can this person be about making extra money if they can't even make the free webinar, right? It's free. It's a webinar. They can do it in their robe and their underwear at home, right? And you're too busy to make the webinar. So you find out the real number may not be 90, but something far less. And so don't be surprised when you get out there and you're talking to people if they don't watch the video, if they don't follow through, even if they need it, even if they say they need it. Hey, that's not you. That's everybody. Every one of us get to witness that. There's some people like, man, we're scratching our own head. Like, I don't get it. They claim they want to make some extra money. They desperately need to make some extra money. They claim they love to travel, and I can't even get them to watch the video, right? Again, you're going to find out people are that way. Again, we ask those questions to find out who's really open. And you're going to find out that's about 20%. 20%. We got to go through everybody because we never know who that 20% is. And I promise you, it's always going to surprise you. People, when they make their list, they prejudge and they always get it wrong. Some of the people you think are going to be huge will have no interest. And some of the people you thought never, ever, I promise you, I swear on my mother's grave. And then you're like, you just never could have guessed it. So all we can do is ask the peak question and share it with everybody. Okay. So we're going to teach you the peak questions in a second. Next, you're going to pass. Okay. Again, this is a business where you cannot be the one to do the telling and selling. In fact, if you've ever met anyone who's a little frustrated doing our business, it's probably because they're doing all of the talking, right? They're doing all the telling and selling. They're trying to answer all the questions, and that does not work. There's a famous passage out of the Bible. You cannot be a prophet in your own land, okay? So this is a business where you ask a question. They say, yes, I'm a prospect. We're going to teach you the questions. Ask a question. You can text that question, by the way. When I say ask, that might be via text, that might be via Messenger, it might be via Instagram, might be via WhatsApp. Okay, so you're going to send that message to them, whether verbally or through electronic means. So you're going to ask them a question. They say, yes, I would want to know more. Okay, now here's part of the trick. Sometimes they try to get you to tell them, because when you pique someone's interest, now they want to know. Can you pique my interest? It's like me saying, hey, I have a secret, but I can't tell you. Oh, no, you could tell me. No, I can't. No, so now the game is on, right? And so I have to get you over to a video to learn the secret, okay? If you want to know the secret, you must go too, right? I cannot be the one to tell you. I have to get you to the video. This is the pass side of the equation, right? Where we're going to have them go watch a video. And I'm going to go through the step-by-step on this too. And then finally, plug. Again, you cannot be a prophet in your own land. You can never be the one to answer the questions. You have to get them on the phone with those 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, the ambassadors. Remember, I had you make that list earlier of those people. This is why you need all those numbers. You need all their contact info. You're going to be getting your people connected with them who can answer all the questions, who can share, oh yeah, we went on this dreamcation. We went on that dreamcation. Yeah, I'm driving my brand new Cadillac like Mr. Curtis Cross, or I'm driving my Mercedes like Danny Boss Mode or Bryce Melville, right? Again, you want to get them on the phone with people who are making money, having success, and they got lots of people on their team. They can share the stories of those people who just got back from amazing vacations, right? And so again, that's the plug part of it. And so some of you might be thinking, wait a minute, Todd, hold on. You're telling me that all I had to do is ask someone a question, send them a video, and get them on the phone with somebody else? Yes. And that's why some people struggle. It's so simple. It's hard. Okay. And they're out there trying to do all the telling and selling. They're trying to do it all themselves, which does not work. I know. When I got started in this industry, I did not know how to do it. It took me 2 years to learn the skill set, the mindset, the philosophies, the attitudes. It took me 2 years to learn, the way to do it. I struggled and I went broke. For those who don't know my story, right? And so again, here, we're going to teach you the correct way to do it so you don't have to do what I did. So let's get into it. So what are peak questions? This is nothing more than us wanting to communicate to a very, very large group of people. And again, this is the next thing. I mean, a lot of people, what they tend to do is they tend to make a very small list of candidates. They got a list of 3 or 4 names of people they know well, and they're comfortable calling them. And they call those same 3 or 4 people over and over and over and over. And they just beat these people to a pulp, right? Until eventually some of them, like they just like economically surrender. Like, look, I give here, take my credit card, put me in, just quit calling, right? Just quit calling. And so they didn't want to join. They were surrendering like they're raising the peace flag. And then eventually you're calling them again and again and again. Bob, Mary, Sally, you got to get going. You got to have a dream. And of course, they're not getting going because they never wanted to do it to begin with. They only joined to get you to quit calling or quit texting or quit beating them up, right? That's what amateurs do. We don't do that here, okay? We're not going to tell and sell. We're not going to give noogies and convince. We're in the sorting business, not the convincing business. We're looking for people who are looking, okay? And you can't just contact 3 or 4 people. We got to contact a lot of people. We're going to show you a very simple formula for doing that. I mean, literally 1 minute a day. Okay, we're going to get to that in a couple seconds. That if you use these peak questions, and every day you're going to go out, you're going to text 5 people, and it could be via Messenger, WhatsApp, text, could be in person, belly button to belly button, right? But 5 people a day, take you 1 minute to do if you do it via text or Messenger. And then we're also going to meet 5 new people a day. So we're going to go join a Facebook group. And we're going to join a Facebook group where people have a similar interest as you. For example, Daryl and Maria are big time into baseball. I mean, they got a son, just got drafted by the Boston Red Sox. And he turned that down, took the full ride to Cal Berkeley, playing, Big 12 baseball, playing USC, UCLA. And again, big time stuff. Well, I mean, Daryl and Maria, if they join a baseball group, I mean, most of the parents in there are hoping their kid can get to where, Aaron, Daryl and Maria's son is right now. Or, hoping their daughter, can, reach the heights in softball or whatever sport it might be. And so obviously if Daryl and Maria join that group, it's a passion of theirs. They're going to connect with the other parents in a big, big way, talking about this coach, this tournament, that tournament, and different hitting things. Oh, my kid's struggling. Oh yeah, I remember when Aaron one time he was struggling and here's how we got him through that. You know what I mean? Oh, really? And he's doing well today. And, so he's been there. I mean, there are people like, man, I want to make him a friend. And they're in there liking all the posts and comment and all that kind of stuff. And every day they're adding 5 new friends from that group. And there's all kinds of groups. There's church groups, there's needlepoint, there's paragliders. I mean, what are your passions? What excites you besides traveling and making money? By the way, there's travel groups. And so, what excites you? And so go find those groups where you just have a natural interest. Now, when I say add 5 friends, I didn't say you're going to prospect these 5 people. All you're going to do is add them as friends. You've never mentioned one thing about business, okay? So every one of you at a minimum ought to be able to add 5 friends a day. You're going to go out and collect friends. Well, as you collect these friends, as you're having conversations with these friends, naturally things are going to come up like, hey, by the way, what do you do for a living? I work from home. We're in the travel business. Is great, right? So, and we're going to get back to how you can, prospect those people. So every day we're going to send out 5 messages every day. We're going to add 5 new friends that we may send out a message to in the future, may send out a message today. It's all based on how that conversation goes, right? So every day we're going to send out 5 and every day we're going to replenish 5. So we got 5 messages going out. We got 5 new friends in the queue that we may contact today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, next decade, who knows? But every day we got 5 outgoing, we got 5 incoming. This way you're always in prospect abundance. You never want to get like, man, I've only got 3 names, so that's why I need these 3 people to do it, because if one says no, I'm done. I mean, that's when you start getting desperate and, and giving noogies and beating people up. We don't want to ever get there, okay? So I'm giving you a lot of forward here, again, helping you understand some of the philosophies and, of what it takes to succeed. So let's get into some of the peak questions. So simple stuff, right? You could text anybody. If I found a way, we could make a bunch of money working from home and it costs you nothing to get started. Is that the kind of thing you might want to know more about? And again, if you were to text that message to some people, right? I mean, tell me yes, tell me no, tell me quick, I got to go. Most people are either going to say yes or, but again, you're looking for the ones that respond with hopeful optimism. You are not looking for the people who respond with, pessimistic cynicism. Because again, anyone who's thinking, man, I'm looking, I'm hungry, I want something better, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, they're going to hope you have something good. The ones that are not really open, they're going to be like cynical about, why, what are you doing? This is one of them things, or, Hey, we're looking for hopeful optimism. We're not looking for the cynicism. We're looking for people who are actually open. Okay, so this is the peak question where they get to qualify or disqualify themselves in about however long it took you to send that message, which is not long, especially when you learn how to copy, paste, because you write the message, right? And, so if you were to write that message, if I found a way, you could open it up and you can put Steve, comma. Then you hold your finger down, hit paste. The message drops in, send. Cindy, comma. Hold your finger down, hit paste, send. Bob, comma. Hold your finger down, hit paste, send. Copy, paste. Man, I got 5 messages going out just like that. Now, there's other peak questions you can ask. Do you keep your options open to making money outside of what it is you currently do? If so, I found something and it's free to get started. Are you open to making money from home? If so, I found something and did I mention that it's free to get started? And then finally, hey, I'm looking for 4 coaches that want to make extra money. It's free to get started. Does that sound like something you might want to know more about? Now, that peak question came from Daryl and Maria Roberts. And as you can imagine, they know a lot of coaches. And so that's why they have that kind of coach focus. And obviously, if you're in that world, there's an affinity. They have, it's like, wow, coach to coach is kind of a peer group. They have a connection, where there's kind of a bond because, they're in that world. Well, some of you might substitute coaches for teachers. And maybe you're a teacher. Hey, I'm looking for 4 teachers. Maybe you're, you're in some other kind of a interesting, genre where, hey, you're going to substitute coach for some other profession or some other kind of a label. And hey, I'm looking for 4 pastors. I'm looking for 4, choir directors, whatever it might be, right? So it's just another peak question you can use. Now, I'm going to get a little more advanced on you here. I'm going to give you some more questions that you can use. Now, I know every one of you out there has a chicken list. That's a list of people, man, I'm afraid to call Bob. Bob's so successful. How could I possibly hit Bob up with, wanting to make money from home? I mean, Bob makes so much more money than me, and he lives in the big house and drives the big fancy car. And maybe it's your older brother, your older sister. They're more successful, or you perceive them that way. Okay, that's a lot of times not true, but you perceive them that way, so you're afraid to contact them. Well, for them, you can kind of use the chicken list approach, which is, hey, I'm with a company that specializes in helping people make money from home in this time of crisis. My company's just made it free for anyone to get started. If you know anyone who's looking, I can help them out. And so again, sometimes this will get them to come back and say, well, hey, what are you doing? Now it's easy, right? And to tell them about it because they asked. Or they might say, hey, I'm not really looking, but I know that my brother Mark, or I know that my neighbor Sue, they might give you a referral. But again, here's a script that you could use for them. Now, maybe you're looking for ways to meet people online. Okay, so in addition to going and finding groups where they have an interest issue, maybe they share a profession, or they have like a interest issue, you can go target a certain profession. So maybe you want to go target realtors. Now, I choose realtors because they're, a group that's out there advertising to get their name and phone number everywhere. They got magnets on the side of the car, and they're putting their name in books and signs in front yards, and they're on the internet as well. Somebody Google realtors, you got no lack of people to talk to. Now, with this group, here's a very simple script that you can approach them. Say, hey, I know we don't know each other. Got to get the elephant out of the room, because when you send that message, they don't know you. They know they don't know you. So who are you, right? Hey, I know we don't know each other, but I see that you're a realtor, and my company works with a lot of realtors. Oh, okay, that explains why you're contacting me. I'm just curious if you'd be open to taking a look at what we are doing to make money from home on social media. If not, no big deal. You always want to give them that out. And by giving them that out, by keeping it professional, by keeping it simple, you know what I mean? Hey, we're looking for the ones that say, yeah, maybe tell me more. And everybody else, hey, that's okay. Maybe not your time. Who knows, right? So again, very, very simple script. You could be realtors, financial planners, could be any kind of profession. Now, here's a different script, very similar, but rather than focusing on the profession, it might focus on a particular place, maybe a city. So maybe you're looking to build your business in Chattanooga, Tennessee. You can say, hey, I know we don't know each other, but I see you're from Chattanooga, and I'm looking to expand my business there. I'm just curious if you'd be open to taking a look at what we're doing to make money from home on social media. If not, no big deal. Always give them that out. And then finally, I actually got this bottom script the other day from a guy who's a big-time social media expert, and they actually tested this script. It went viral, especially in the current climate we're living in. And that script was, hey, whatever their name is, hey, Bob, hey, Sally, right? We'll go with Mary. Hey, Mary, I know this might sound crazy as we don't know each other, but I'm on a mission to fill social media with love and eliminate fear. So when to reach out and see if you and your family are safe and well in these troubling times. Again, I mean, this had nothing to do with business. You're just kind of reaching out. A lot of people out there today, they're, quarantined. They're looking for a connection. They're looking, yeah, we're doing fine. And how are things? I mean, sometimes they get going back and forth and you have this conversation and, what do you do and all that stuff. They ask you, what do you do? And well, my company, we have to specialize in helping people make money from home. So, I mean, we're actually buried right now. I mean, people are flooding in. It's crazy. And hey, if you know anyone that's looking, I can help them out. Just let me know. I mean, yeah, I'm looking, or hey, my sister's looking, right? Again, easy, right? I mean, you're just, 5 messages going out a day. You're adding 5 friends a day. We're going to get into those numbers here in just 2 seconds. So step 1 is how to peak them, right? We just peaked them. Now, step 2, and this is also critical. When they say, yes, tell me more, I want to know more. Here, what you want to do is say, hey, do you have 20 minutes? And the reason you ask them if they have 20 minutes is that that's how long the webinar is. And if they don't have 20 minutes, you are not going to send them the link for more information until they have 20 minutes. That is critical. I'm going to say that again. If they don't have 20 minutes, they don't get anything from us until, in fact, they are ready right now to watch it. Okay. Hey, do you have 20 minutes? Sure. I mean, are you in a place, in front of your computer, or can you watch this on your phone? No interruptions? Yeah. Perfect. I'm going to send you a link right now. All right. Watch that link. And then I promise you I'll get all your questions answered when it's done. Fair enough. And I've never had anyone say, no, Todd, that's not fair. Okay. And so, hey, watch this link. And then I promise you, I'll get all your questions answered when it's done. Fair enough. I mean, just like that. And then, you send the video link and have them watch the video. Okay. Now, if they say, no, I don't have time to watch the video. Simple question. When will you? Okay. Because you are not going to get the video from me until you're ready to watch it. Now, why is that? Human nature. You have to understand that people, when they say they want to watch it, they want to watch it. When they say they're going to watch it, they believe they're going to watch it. And then a lot of times life gets in the way. Like, hey, I want to watch that video, but I'll come back to it, right? Well, then they forgot they got the video, and then eventually they can't remember even why they wanted to watch the video. And then you start calling, hey, did you watch the video? And they're like, what video? And like, remember the video? And oh yeah, I know, but I'll get to it. Don't worry. And then they don't. You call them back, and they're like, well, what is this about anyway? And it went from something exciting to something annoying because we didn't set them up for success. Okay. So what you have to do is kind of hold your video out, right? And build curiosity. I mean, if I'm wanting you to watch the video, say, hey, Mark, hey, look, when will you have 20 minutes? Tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Mark, I'm going to call you tomorrow at 8 o'clock. I promise you, when you see this video, you will not sleep. I promise you this video is going to blow you away. I promise you that this video is the greatest video in the history of the world. Steven Spielberg himself, and of course I'm kidding, I wouldn't say that, right? I'm not going that far, but you get the idea. I'm building like, man, yeah, that video. I mean, you know what? I do ask, if you send that over right now, I got 20 minutes now. And I'm not trying to talk him into watch the video now. I'm trying to just simply kind of set the stage. I got something that's going to blow you away. And by holding that out, you're not going to get it until you're ready to watch it. Okay. And understand that if they watch the video and don't like it, I'm okay with that. If they watch the video and hate it, I'm also okay with that. I'm in the business of getting people to watch the video. I'm in the sorting business, not the convincing. I'm looking for people who are looking. If they say, Todd, never in a million years would I do this, all I'm going to say is, thank you so much for watching the video. And by the way, do you mind if I keep in touch with you and let you know how it's going for me? I'm getting permission to follow up in the future because you find out that no today doesn't mean no tomorrow, no next year, no 5 years from now. Things will in fact change. As they see you traveling the world and making money and going on vacations and buying new cars and something like, hey, tell me more about that travel thing again, right? People, different eras, maybe some kind of disruption happened at their work. Maybe they got a negative health report, and they're thinking, hey, I don't want to be spending all my time at work when I just had this little health scare. I want to start enjoying and traveling and going here and going there and enjoying life. Things change. The key is to learn how to prospect people in a way that they always invite you back. Not in a way where you're giving them noogies and they never want you to call them ever again. They see you in a grocery store and they duck and hide because they're so afraid you're going to come beat them up, right? So this is the difference between people who flourish in our industry and people who, man, I'm a little frustrated. I don't know why it's not quite going for me, right? And again, it will maybe take some time, right? It took me 2 years. So don't be surprised if it takes some time. In fact, there's a guy, Dexter Yeager. He's the GOAT of our industry. And his organization did over 2 billion with a B. I mean, if you think about your town, how many companies you have in your town that do over 2 billion a year in sales? And the answer is hardly any, unless you happen to have a Microsoft in town, a Kraft in town, if you have an Apple computer in town, a Tesla, unless you have some big major conglomerate company, all states based where we're at, unless you have some big company, most people do not have a $2 billion a year company in their town. Okay. Even in the big cities, there's only a handful. And so here's a gentleman that started with Amway back in the 1960s. He got started for, $50, who knows what, right? I mean, just like all of us, we got started for 100 or something like that. And he, told a few who told a few, and he built his organization until the point he was doing 2 billion a year in sales. He owned multiple planes and cars and mansions, right? But it took him 5 years to be able to make enough money to quit his job. In fact, his own sponsor quit the business. Now, why would his sponsor quit? Because like, hey, come on, Dex, you've been doing it for a year, 2 years. You're not even full time. How good could this thing really be? Sometimes it takes a while for these things to maturate. It takes a while for you to figure it out. And then it takes a while for the people you brought on board to figure it out. And then they get somebody who gets somebody who gets somebody. And then you can't even imagine the ripples when you drop a thing in the pond and the ripple goes out there, right? Sometimes you got to wait for a long time for that ripple to keep going and going and going. Then bam, somebody comes into your business and takes off or starts to build. And the next thing you know, you won't even recognize, man, who would have ever thought way back when, that this was going to, maturate to what it is today, right? And that's always the case. And so people tend to overestimate what they can do in 1 year and they underestimate what they can do in 5 years. And so you got to give it a little time to maturate, give it a little time to kind of run the numbers and a little time to kind of figure out these steps and kind of how to do it, right? But again, we're going to show you a simple plan here, help you get your 4. We're going to keep moving here. So again, critical. They don't get the video from you until, in fact, they are ready to watch it right now. Okay. And then and only then do we send it over. And of course, from there, we'll do the follow-up. Now, if they start giving you a hard time about, hey, tell me what's on the video, or I won't watch it, or you don't know quite what to do, then you can say, hey, look, I know enough to be excited, but I don't know enough to explain it. That's why I want you to review the video just like I did. I want you to see the video to see if you'll get as excited as me. It's easy. It takes very little time. That's exactly what I was looking for. Give them the link and tell them, hey, I'll call you back in 20 minutes. And if someone's not willing to do that, hey, you know what? Don't give them the video. Just let them sit out there and let that curiosity. Man, I promise you, if you saw this video, you would not sleep tonight. But hey, if you don't want to watch the video, you don't want to watch the video. And you get someone, fine, send me the video, right? So again, this is the whole thing. If you just want them to watch, don't care if they join. All you care is that they watch the video, at least that way they know. And of course, now your job is to get 4 partners, as quickly as possible, right? And we do that by doing the peak, the pass, the plug. So we want to put together a specific game formula, right? Tell me yes, tell me no, tell me quick, I got to go. And let's do this formula right now. It's a 90-day blitz. And I mentioned to you earlier, every day we're going to pick up 5 new friends on Facebook. Every day we're going to text message, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, Instagram, Snapchat, right? Whatever the vehicle is for communication, 5 people a day, one of the peak questions, right? Well, if you do 5 a day and you go 5 days a week, that's 25 people a week. Well, then if you do that all month, that's over 100 people for the month. There's actually 4.2 weeks in a month. So it's actually over 100 for the month, right? Now, so that's 5 days a week. Now, if you want extra credit, if you want to go a little extra hard, you can do it 6 days a week. God said 6 days work, 1 day rest, right? So maybe you go 6 days. If you want to do the 5-2, nothing wrong with that. Want some extra credit? Hey, do the 6-1. Put in that little extra, right? Every day. And that'll up your number. So let's assume you do 5 a day, 25 a week, 100 a month. That's 300 prospects in 90 days. Well, if you only enroll 10%, that's 30 people. Well, hey, what if you only roll 5%? Well, that's 15 people. What if you enroll 2%? Well, that's 6 people. And hey, what if you enroll 1.3%? Well, that's 4 people. Okay. So at this moment, you just got your 4 by getting 1.3% of the people that you text. Okay. So now that you got your 4, congratulations. You are now in profitability. You are now enjoying virtually free vacations. And so again, how many hundreds of millions of people would love if that's all we ever did? Man, that's great. I'm earning more than I'm spending and I'm getting free vacations. This is unbelievable. Now, we want to run a second campaign. this is where you and the 4 people you just got, that makes 5 of you. There's you plus those 4, 5. You're going to go out and repeat this again. 5 a day. So every day I'm picking up 5 new friends on Facebook. Every day I'm texting out 5 people, right? I'm doing that 5 days a week. Well, that means I'm doing 25 prospects a day. I mean, before I was doing 5 a day, and it should be 25. It took me all week to get to 25. Now I'm doing 25 a day. Why? Because I got me and my 4 new partners, right? Many hands make light work. Okay. Again, many hands make light work. And so now we're doing 25 a day. That's 125 a week, 525 a month, over 1,590 days. If you only get 10%, my gosh, it's 157 people. If you only get 5%, that's 78. If you only get 1%, that's 16. And by the way, that now makes you a 1-star director. You are now making $400 to $700 per month in our company. Well, ladies and gentlemen, how big is that? Well, there's 750,000 people in the United States alone that drive Uber so they can make $80 to $300 per month. Now, keep in mind, they're driving their own car. They're driving their car to the ground. I mean, they're wearing out the tires, they're wearing out the shocks, they're wearing out the struts. I mean, all the oil changes they have to get. They got a 5-year loan on the car. The thing's going to be dead in 2.5 years because they're driving Uber. Also, they can make $80 to $300 per month. Okay. And they could come here, get 4, enjoy free vacations, help their 4 get 4. And now they're making more money, $400 to $700 a month. And that money's residual coming in month after month. And they don't have to pick up people they don't know from Adam in their car and take them here and take them there. And all those are the kind of things. So again, guys, we have a better way. Okay, we have a better way, and this is all across the globe. Now, let's run our 3rd blitz, okay? So now we got you, the first 4 you got, and now the last 16 you got. So you got a minimum of you plus 20. That's 21 people that are out there doing 5 people a day. Every day we're texting 5. We're adding 5 new friends on Facebook. We're texting 5. We're adding 5 new friends on Facebook. And you just do, this could be linked into 5 and 5, 5 and 5, right? Every time we text 5, we want to replenish 5. And so that way you never run out of people to text. And so you're doing the 5, everyone on your team's doing the 5, and you're going to find out that success in our business is simply getting a large group of people to duplicate something very, very simple. And that's all we're doing. This is simple, simple, simple. It's getting everyone organized and, hey, John, did you do your 5? And getting everyone committed to just doing your part. Do your job. Your job is to do your 5. Did you add 5, send 5, right? Add 5, send 5, add 5, send 5, and let the numbers take care of themselves. Then we add the people, hey, you want to be part of the team? Because if you want to be part of our team, you add 5, send 5, add 5, send 5, and before long, you're duplicating, and we're getting the word out there. So now there's 21 of you. You're doing 525 prospects a week, 2,200 a month, 6,000 plus in 90 days. If you only get 10%, that's over 600 people. If you got 5%, that's 330. If you only got 1.2%, you now have 80 people. By the way, you are now a 2-star director making $1,500 to $2,500 per month residual income. That is a big deal. Around the world, that doubles many incomes. I mean, here in the United States, it's massive. I mean, the average American household's only making around 50 grand a year. I mean, my gosh, if you add an extra 1,800 to 30 grand a year to their income, I mean, that is massive, massive. I mean, for people all across the entire world. And again, you went and got your 4, enjoyed free vacations, helped your 4 get 4. They're enjoying free vacations, helped their 4 get 4, and you're now making $1,500 to $2,500 per month. And of course, you could take this one step further. You can now go out there and maybe help, 1 or 2 people in your left and right leg do what you just did, and you become a 3-star director. You're now car eligible, driving a brand new Mercedes, Tesla, Range Rover, whatever that might be. You might get a brand new Cadillac like my buddy Curtis Cross. He calls it the Batmobile. Maybe you're driving down the road with my buddy Danny Seguinal and the boss mode doing the whole thing, him and Mr. Bryce Malville, right? And so you're getting a brand new car. If you can help one more person, each of your legs do what we just did, you now become a 4-star director. You're now making $50,000 to $60,000 per year, more than the average American household. Okay, residual income. I mean, they got to show up every day and punch the clock to get that money. You're checked out. You're helping your team. You're doing your 5 and 5, and you're helping duplicate. But I mean, your life has gotten totally different for you now. I mean, you're now doing what you want, when you want, with whom you want, because you want. You're waking up when you're done sleeping. You got 6 Saturdays, 1 Sunday, and you're not having to pull up to a boss, to a building with someone else's name on it. Building someone else's dream, being told what time to be there, what time to go home. Hey, can I go to the bathroom? No, sorry. Hey, my son's got a baseball game this afternoon. Can I go? Oh, no, sorry. I mean, you're not doing that no more. You left all that behind, and your income is residuals coming in. And how did you get there? You went and got 4, got a free vacation. Helped your 4 get a free vacation. Now you're a 1-star director, making $400 to $700 a month. Help their 4. You're a 2-star director. You've now helped a couple people, 2, 3, and the left and right leg do what you did. And my gosh, you're making 50 to 60,000 per year. And if you do that one more time, help a couple more people, you now become an ambassador. I'm making over $100,000 per year. Gang, it's just simply a matter of going out and doing the simple little things that appear to make no difference at all today, that repeated over time over a large group of people make all the difference in the world. And that's life. Life is a matter of doing the simple disciplines, or, it's either the disciplines that add up or the regret. The disciplines that add up or the regret. I mean, we've all heard the saying, an apple a day, keep the doctor away, right? Easy to do. So what's the problem? How many of you ate an apple today? How many of you ate an apple yesterday, right? Easy to do, easy not to do. And of course, you got the guy that screwed up the saying, a Hershey bar a day. No, it is not Hershey bar. And so, if you eat an apple today and I eat a Hershey bar, you cannot tell the difference at the end of the day. I mean, my health didn't go downhill today, right? But then you do another apple tomorrow, I do another Hershey bar. You do another apple, I do another Hershey bar. You do another apple, I do another Hershey bar. And as the weeks go by, as the months go by, as the years go by, now we begin to see the accumulated effect. And that is how our business works. That when you are consistent, that's the number one thing. You got to be consistent. You can't I did my 5, I'll do 25 on Saturday instead of 5 a day. No, 5 a day, every day, right? Be consistent, be consistent, be consistent, right? Slow and steady wins the race. The tortoise and the hare. We've all heard the Aesop fable. And the same is true here. Just being consistent, being here 1 year from now, 2 years from now. I mean, it might take you a year to kind of figure this thing out. It might take you 2 years to get good at it. But hey, what if it took you 2 years, 3 years to become a 4-star director, making 50 to 60,000 residual? I mean, how long have you been working now? I mean, most of you have been working for how many years? A lot. Is your income residual currently? No. Is your income, significantly higher than the kind of number I'm talking about right now? Probably not. I mean, so if you've been willing to work for decades to be where you are, hey, give us a few years of being consistent, running the plan I just showed you over and over and over again. And if you want to get there faster, then up the numbers. So don't do anything less, but if you want to get there faster, up the numbers. Think of the numbers as miles per hour. If I want to get to a certain destination, I'm doing 5 a day, I'm going 5 miles an hour. If I want to get there twice as fast, well, then do 10 a day. Now I'm going 10 miles an hour, right? I'm speeding up the curve. But you got to be consistent. You got to do it every day. You can't, I did 10 yesterday, I take today off. No, because then you're back off plan, right? No, it's 5 every day, no matter what. And maybe some days, hey, I'm going to do an extra 5 today, right? And then it's 5 a day, no matter what. Then I'm going to do another extra 5 today, And so maybe you get comfortable where you really can do 10 a day. Okay. So, but again, just stick with the basics, help your team do the small, little, simple things. And like a recipe to a great pie, a recipe to a great cake, if you leave out the eggs, you leave out the flour, you leave out the vanilla, it ain't going to taste right. And the same is true with Peak Pass Plug. The same is true with those little small things we went through here at the beginning. Hey, do they have their ID number? Do they know the replicated site? They know how to log in. They know how to contact the home office. They're becoming a product of the product. Do they know where the recorded webinar is? And this is a business of show, don't tell. Do you know their why? You have to show, don't tell. You can't just say, well, yeah, here's the form. In fact, here's the form, right? Here's the form. Go fill it out. Hey, good luck. Let me know how you do. I mean, no, now that's probably not going to work. A lot of times you got to kind of, do it together. People are looking for a workout partner. They're looking for a workout group. In fact, maybe you want to start a group. You can start a group on Facebook. You can start a group on WhatsApp. You can start a group on Telegram. That's another messaging service where you get everybody on there, and maybe everyone on that group, hey, we're all committed to doing our 5-5, right? Added 5 new friends. I prospected 5 new people today. Added 5 new friends, prospected 5 new people today. Now, if you want one more step that makes a huge difference, that is the personal development side of our business. We are in a business of building people. And by the way, part of building people is in the doing. Part of the learning is in the doing. That's Cicero. And so, this is a big part, going through and adding 5 friends and prospecting 5 every day. But if you will read the book, Think and Grow Rich, if you'll read the book, The Magic of Thinking Big, if you'll read the book, The Slight Edge, if you read the book, Your First Year in Network Marketing, if you read the book, Go for No, if you read the book, The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clayson. If you read the book, the success books, right? By the way, you can go to YouTube and type in Jim Rohn. That's Rohn, R-O-H-N, not Rome, the sportscaster, Jim Rohn. And type in network marketing. I mean, again, Jim Rohn, all kinds of stuff on YouTube for free. But I'd recommend reading 10 pages every day. Listen to 15 minutes of a good audio. I mean, you can be literally on the treadmill, and you break out the iPads or you'll break out the iPod buds right here, put them in, running on the treadmill while you're cooking dinner, while you're out shopping for whatever, right? You can just be listening to some of the greatest speakers, some of the greatest audios in the world, stuff that's going to lift you up, inspire you, educate you, help you set goals, help you become a better person. And here's the thing. You cannot join a company like ours and be the same person 1 year from today. If you participate, it's impossible. And that growth is what's going to grow your income. See, a lot of times people say, man, I want to find the right person. And the truth is you want to become the right person. You become the right person by being consistent. You become the right person by doing your 5 and 5 every day and sticking with it. You become the right person when you know your why. You become the right person when you're reading 10 pages of a good book every day and 15 minutes of an audio every day. That starts to grow you. You become the right person. You start to attract to you other people. Say, man, I want to be like them. I want to start having this little plan, financial plan that's starting to accumulate and people joining the team and income's going up and taking free vacations. I want to do that too. And you begin to attract to you that success which you seek. So, hey, with that, we're going to bring this training to a close. Appreciate every single one of you. Hope you got some value from it. Make sure that your entire team tunes in. By the way, we're going to have this training in every language, English, French, and Spanish. We have the videos in every language. So I gave you guys the English version of the videos. But make sure you follow all the steps. Make sure you duplicate the steps. And with that, we will see you on the beaches of the world, and we'll see you on the bay. Take care. Bye, everybody.